What is it that you really want to take away, you want people to take away from the evening?
It's extraordinary, the directors that they're honoring tonight, and to do it during Black History Month means so much. I think they deserve to be honored all the time, and places like the California African American Museum is what we do. So thank you so much for doing this.
I'm here with Mr. Van Peebles. Sir, what does this evening mean for you and your family?
You know, for me, it's and for my daughter, it's nice to see the original badass honored and get the love that he really deserves. He is the guy that, you know, didn't just open the door, he broke down the door, blew up the door, and reclaimed the land, built the new house, and changed Hollywood. And I think he's a big part of why Hollywood went from depicting black folks in the sort of servant class, I call it the Motisa class, Motisa, Mokofisa, to an empowered... Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There's the original.
Talking the man himself.
So he's a part of making that change. And the beauty is to see it now, right now, while he's here to do it. You know, and it's great. It's real cool.
So much of the social change throughout the last 60 years has come through media and that portrayal. And, you know, now that we've gotten to a point with an African-American president and so much, what do you think the next steps are and the next battles that you'll be facing kind of pushing forward from this point on?
Well, we just did a film called We the Party. My dad is in it, and my daughter is in it. And as my dad showed, now it's easier actually to make the movie. The gatekeepers can still keep you locked out of distribution to some extent. I'm trying to follow, you know, pages from his playbook on how to deal with everything, and including distribution.
Melvin is, you know, the pioneer, one of the pioneers, especially in terms of irreverence. So, you know, it's nice to see him, and, you know, I think he was a little ahead of his time. You know, I think he'd be more appreciated today, but, you know, it took somebody who didn't care to get us here.
The first person I see when I walk in the door is Melvin Van Peebles, and that pretty much, just him sums it up for me. I get to see great directors of the past and people working now, people who should be working more. I've started to direct myself, so I'm just, you know, honored to be around some of these real pioneers.
You know, so much of what they did was overcome and persevere with people constantly telling them no and them still striving to do their own work. What lessons do you take away from that currently in your strive to direct and all the things that you're working on?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have to probably work as hard as they did, but we're still working very hard to get the opportunities to direct. So you can never, ever say no, and there's no time to sit down and relax.
Is there a particular film by any of these directors that really kind of stuck out to you when you were growing up, or something that you really connected with?
I would say 5 Heartbeats. I just saw a lifestyle come alive that you heard stories about, and you saw these confident men and their struggles, and I just thought it was great. It's one of my favorite films.
Leon, what does an event like this mean to you kind of growing up and the celebration of all this film for the past 50 years?
Well, it's fantastic. You know, anytime we're celebrating film, which is something that is my career, it's fantastic. But, you know, just to come here and honor the directors are being honored today, people that I grew up either knowing or respecting their work, and in this case of Robert Townsend, someone who's like my brother, you know, and we've worked together at least 3 times and currently working together now. You know, to be here with him and stuff like that at this moment is just great. So I'm happy to be here with him and his family. You know, of course, all the other honorees, you know, Melvin and Keenen and Tim, you know, it's just nice to really just be here and celebrate my people anytime I get a chance. So.
But I have to tell you, Low Down Dirty Shame brought me laughter on many evenings. I absolutely love it. Oh my God, the 5 Heartbeats, I mean, we could go on and on and on. But
right.
the movies
Hollywood Shuffle.
Oh my God, with the orange, with the shoes with the fish in the bottom. Just they've brought us a lot of laughter. They've brought joy to our homes for years and years and years. So we're glad to be here to celebrate them.
But what is it that you can take away from them moving forward yourselves in your own career?
I take perseverance.
Absolutely.
I heard that Robert Townsend made Hollywood Shuffle with his credit card, and we understand that well. Sometimes you have to finance your dream before your dream is realized.
Yeah.
And so the tenacity that it would take for them to have their own shows in a time when it wasn't really that easy to do that is very inspiring and encouraging.
Exactly. And also success is a constant state of being. You know, you don't arrive and it's over. You continue to make strides. You continue to work hard. You continue to grow from wherever it was that you started. And we definitely can learn that by watching the honorees.
First of all, I'm really honored to be here because these are the people who paved the way for people like myself to even have a chance to break into the business. They're honoring the who's who in film and television, directing. This is at a historic place, of course, the African American Museum. And I just think it's really important because a lot of times people don't get the honors and the recognition that they should for all the, the paces that they set and the grounds that they've broken. And so I'm just really honored to be in such amazing, powerful, influential, and talented company.
I'm a big supporter of the National Endowment for the Arts and public radio and all of that. Unfortunately, in the House where I serve, the House of Representatives, it has been now taken over by a more conservative element with Republicans now in the majority. They don't believe in any of that, and they are out to wipe it all out. The cuts are horrific. We hope that on the Senate side, they'll be able to undo some of the damage that's already been done with these cuts. But we all have something to worry about. We have to worry that now people in charge of the House who do not care about the arts, do not think that the government should support the arts and spend any money on the arts. And so I think we're going to have to rally the arts community to resist these kinds of cuts.
The thing is, when you make it to a certain level, you're like, wow, ooh, I did it. And I chose to sing Impossible Dream tonight just to honor all of the honorees. It's important. It's important for children of all races and all, doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter what you believe in, that you can really do anything you want to do.
I think it's right now we have amazing individual success. To me, the next step is to collaborate like Tyler did with Oprah on Precious and do more of that because there's strength in numbers. Right now we got numbers, but we don't have strength.